Who's that? What up? Hello, people. This is the Wordman, Gary Lime.
And I'm a friend of one of Gary Lime's friends.
That's right, because this is the Wordman Friend of a Friend game show. Very excited. We are currently standing in front of the Minskoff Theater, which is where you can see The Lion King. Because we went to Times Square.
Which wasn't a good idea.
No, that's not something locals do, so that's one strike against us. But that's okay.
It is something that locals do because we're locals.
And we did it. So, in point of actual fact, Wordman, yes. This is the Wordman Friend of a Friend game show. And the way this game show works, I have a bag of stuff here for my good friend, lead singer of Luv Dot Gov, Mr. Matty Pop himself. Matty Pop, hello. Woo, like an air horn. However, Mr. Matty Pop is not here, but our friend of a friend, maven of the mandolin, CAILIE Skelton is here. By the way, I don't know if you realize, you were like super photogenic, by the way. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Excellent job.
It's only because I got all like judged.
No, I don't know, but all right. So the way the Friend of a Friend game show works, Matt's not here. I have a bag of stuff. So what I'm going to do is...
Am I holding the camera or the stuff?
Hold on, we'll get there. So what I have to do is I have to ask a question to our friend of a friend, CAILIE.
Hi.
If CAILIE gets the question right, Matt, you get the stuff. If CAILIE gets the question wrong, I get the stuff, and CAILIE has promised to give me one of her banjos.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You can tell we just kind of came up with that like right now, but that's...
I'm not going to tell him I don't have any banjos.
I should have probably thought this one through a little farther, but you're going to find that's a running theme. Now, however, before we can ask the question, we got to see what it is we're playing for. So I'm going to have our dear friend CAILIE here hold the camera.
A job that I am clearly always very...
Here we go, okay. And I'm going to have her hold the camera while I go through the bag of stuff that we have here for my friend, Mr. Matty Pop. Matty Pop, what up?
Hello.
So we have an umbrella for me, so we thought it was going to rain. So this is mine.
It did earlier.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it did. What else we got here? Matt loves to travel. Matt is one of these people I can't get to keep in the United States, much less in New York City. So that means I know...
Where was his last adventure?
Prague or Budapest.
Great places.
Germany. He's all over them Slavic shit. If it's a country that has cobblestone roads, like winding cobblestone roads,
yeah,
Matty Pop has been there.
Nice.
And Matty Pop is looking forward to going back.
Yeah.
That's the kind of, like, he gets very upset about like how long he has to be in New York. It's infuriating to complain about it. But whenever you travel, you do travel as a New Yorker because you are in fact a New Yorker. So that means you need to prove it to others. One way you can prove it is by wearing your Scully cap that says New York on it. That way they can tell from a distance, oh, he can't give us directions and he can only speak in English. That way they can look and they'll know. So great. We got that here for you. So this is partly my fault. I got you a really, really cool shirt from a store called Homebody Boutique in Park Slope. And the woman asked me if I wanted it wrapped. And I said, yeah, sure, whatever. And then she wrapped it. And then I remembered that if she wrapped it, I can't show you what the shirt's going to look like. So that's kind of a fuck up on my part. But it's a really cool shirt. It says sad songs on it. Matty Pop is all about the sad songs. As the lead singer of Luv Dot Gov. So there you go. So yeah, you got a shirt.
Fine, sad songs.
Yes, a purveyor of fine, sad songs. Fuck, that's good. Yo, CAILIE right here. A purveyor of fine, sad songs.
You're good at the sad songs. I'm good at the sad song slogans.
There we... Let's fucking with that, right? Let's fucking with that. We got that in here for you. I'm trying to figure out where I can put this stuff so that I don't have to drop it. Oh, we'll put it down there. So, what's next? Music stuff. I got you a yo-yo. It was part of a campaign for the latest Yo La Tengo album, which was pretty good. I'm not a big I like a bunch of their music, but I bought their album. It came with a yo-yo. Boom, you get a yo-yo. There's other music in here, hold on. So the first CD we got here for you, because we support physical media here, we got you the one of the later albums from Krungbin, Hasta El Cielo. This band is so fucking dope. It's guitar, bass, drums. That's it. Nothing else. I mean, occasionally like ethereal like lyrics in the background, but like all dope, all super. And this is one of their more dubby albums. You want to check out the song With All the World, and Ala Sala is my shit. Ala Sala is my fucking theme music. Fucking great album, great band. I don't know anyone who dislikes them, so if you don't like them, we're not friends. Point of order. You'll love it though, it's great. I don't know if you remember Matty Pop. I know I remember, I'm sure you remember Kaylee. Mojo Magazine used to always put out all those CDs with their magazines.
Magazine.
Right? There's a blast from the past, right? I was at a record store, Psychic Records out in Brooklyn, and they had Mojo Magazine Presents The Changing Man, a bunch of songs, rarities and inspirations. It's a bunch of songs, I'll be honest with you, I don't know, but they did have a few that I did know. I'm a huge Gil Scott-Heron fan. Gil Scott-Heron is one of my writing icons. He's an idol of mine. So one of his most famous songs, which is The Bottle, that's on here, as well as Richie Havens, who I love, William Bell, I love, Gil Scott-Heron. There's a Dina Washington song on here called September in the Rain that is super fucking dope and super fucking hard to find. Boom, that's on here. And you know, it being 2024, and you being one of the recipients of the Wordman Drunk Christmas video, you already know what other music I got you. That's right, I got you some Ray Charles. You know how it is, everyone's listening to Ray Charles this year, whether you like it or not. But it's Ray Charles, so you will like it.
I'm more of a Coltrane person, personally.
There's a bit of a difference between the two, don't worry. Like, you'll be able to have room for both.
That's the joke.
I know. Oh, no! Are we still recording? We are still recording. Okay, wait, hold on.
Wait, okay,
wait,
here we go.
Hold on. All right, there we go. Camera duties over here. So this Ray Charles CD, it's actually it's like 15 live songs. And what's really cool is it's live songs spread out over his entire career. So you get you can literally hear how his voice changes over time. Because Ray Charles starts singing, he kind of sounds like Nat King Cole when he first starts singing, kind of like a raspier Nat King Cole, and then kind of develops the Ray Charles voice, which is a really interesting idea. And as a musician, I thought you would appreciate that really interesting idea of how the voice changes over time, because not a lot of musicians do the changed voice thing. Speaking of music, what else have we got in here for you? Book. We got you the book Mystery Train. Excellent book by Greil Marcus. This is probably the best book on rock and roll music in America. It's read the back of it now. Yeah, it's basically just about the early era of rock and roll and how it takes over America. I'm doing a very bad job of explaining it because it's really loud and I'm getting distracted. But Greil Marcus as a writer is an exceptional writer. Like, if you're gonna, like, the best writer probably who writes about this era of rock and roll music is Greil Marcus. It's a classic. I'm sure you probably already own it or have seen it a billion times. So now when you're on one of those trains on your way to one of those countries that has winding cobblestone roads, you'll have something to read in English. And it comes with a cool little bookmark, which tells a cool story about a dog, which is an excerpt from a very famous story that I don't remember the name of, but it's in there too. We got that. What else we got in here for you? This is the playbill. We just got back from singing Vertigo at the Philharmonic. It was very good. One of the common themes we have here is that everybody gets staff paper music. Because I know how difficult, I'm told how difficult it is to get staff notebook paper. So I got you a staff notebook paper. However, I wanted to put something on it so that you would recognize which particular ones. That way, if you're going back to your bookshelf, you're like, oh, I need the one that whatever. This has a painting on it, or a reproduction of a painting, and that painting is a view of Slauson, which is a famous 1919 painting by Sigrid Herten. Yeah, I definitely pronounced all of that correctly.
Don't ask questions.
You don't even have to look it up. You know I pronounced it correctly. Slauson, if I remember correctly, is actually a place you've been to. So that was kind of why I picked the painting. And that way, like, it can be your Slauson music notebook. And as you see, all the staff paper. It's got 80 pages, 40 sheets, so you're in the good. That way, you know, when you're in the studio recording the new album, which I'm told we're doing, you'll have that to list. You'll have that to help you out with. Other stuff we have in here for you. If you need to write lyrics, I got you a small little checkered paper, little, like, fits in your little pocket there, about the size of your hand. There you go. We got that. It's also waterproof, by the way, so you don't have to worry about getting it wet on those said winding cobblestone streets. Let's see what else we got in here for you. Hold on, we're trying to wrap this up. Oh, my ticket. Sorry. So
get it together.
What am I doing, right? We got you a memo. This is one of the memo pads from, as you know, I carry a memo pad with me everywhere I go because gotta write something down. And usually if I get a good page with really cool notes, I'll try to like cut that page out and then give it to friends because I'd like to pretend that they care and are interested in that sort of thing. Lies I tell myself. At any rate, I got you one. It's right here. This is all the notes I took and a little like context for the back. And an excuse to get rid of lime green paper. We got that in here for you. We got you a bag from Forbidden Planet. All right, so last two things. There's this really interesting mini-series that came out on PBS. I think it was PBS, called Sound Breaking. It's basically just a 9-episode documentary about different eras of recording music in the music industry. So, but also done from like a producer's point of view. So they'll talk about the Beatles, but they're actually really talking about George Martin. Or they'll talk about how Phil Spector's like Wall of Sound did this for music. So really, really interesting idea. And I'm of the opinion that a person who makes music, who's on their way to recording a new album, would really enjoy watching this to help get them new ideas for recording said album. I thought that would be a good idea. It's got 9 episodes. It's a DVD. You'll be able to watch it. Also, last other DVD I got you was The Beatles Help. Because, you know, it's the Beatles. Like, I need a reason beyond that. The Beatles. Bongo. So I got you all that stuff. All of that can be yours if, and only if, our dear friend, CAILIE Skelton, Maven of the Mandolin, can get this question right. She gets this question wrong, you don't get any stuff. I get the stuff, and she has to get me a banjo. And she ain't trying to do that shit. Now you gotta go to the banjo store.
Those banjos that I have in my room, they're totally hanging out.
Yeah, she don't want to do that shit. She don't want to give up on those. You know how much she values and treasures her banjos.
Yes, all of the banjos.
So, one question for CAILIE Skelton, if she can get it right. 2, 4, 6. Yeah. So, right. Yeah. By the way, question's definitely not written. The answer to the question is definitely not written down on the back of a memo pad. No, not at all. Not at all.
Speaking of writing.
Speaking of writing, right now. CAILIE Skelton, the question for you is: can you name 7 Beatles albums?
I can name Let It Be, Abbey Road, The White Album, Revolver, Master of Puppets, Rubber Soul, Pulp, and Hard Day's Night.
Oh! She hit me with 8!
Jamaican Air Horn.
She didn't need my list at all. Leave it there, it's fine. So big shout out to our good friend CAILIE Skelton.
Another successful friend of a friend
video game show. We've done like 3 dozen, almost 4 dozen of these.
Hella. A metric hella.
A metric hella. Metric hella of these video game shows. Congratulations, all that stuff is going back in the bag, and then I'm gonna probably drop it off at your where you work. He works at a craft beer store on the Upper East Side. Nah, it's pretty nice up there too. It's pretty nice. So
I'll take your word for it.
I know you don't go past 14th Street,
yeah,
so.
I'm not a dame who goes past 14th Street.
Getting her to Times Square was a bitch. Congratulations, Mr. Matty Pop. All this stuff goes to you. I'll be seeing you, I don't know, next week. Why not, right?
Around.
Yeah, around. We'll do it then, so you'll get all this stuff sooner than later. Signing out here from in front of the Lion King at Times Square. It's the Wordman.
Bye.
And CAILIE.
Peace.